Hello all gentle folk, gentle beasts and all creatures in between, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind with me, Traversing the Dark, and Carla Lecam. I'm recording a bunch of these in a row, so I'm kind of making a day of it today. This is my day for just kind of straight through recording for when I'm off on vacation soon. So, if you haven't already heard about that, you shall soon. We are here in Holomian, and we are here at the behest of Meramilo, who we helped escape in our last episode. This is the hangout of the dissident priests. You're a known criminal. Oh yeah, because we stole the Inquisitor's key. I mean, come on though, you guys, I feel like you would be fine with us doing that. Dissident priests. Fiercely loyal to the temple's traditions. We talked about this. They're suspicious of the temple's power and believe that the source of their power is not only not divine but actually the source of Dagoth Ur's own power. This monastery is a refuge for their order. In the game, I mean, we don't have to spend that much time here. There's a lot of them and they do a good job of building up the lore surrounding them, but you actually don't have to be here for that long, and it's a testament to Morrowind's commitment to world building that they actually have so many priests here who all claim the name Dissident Priest. Meramilo, she's run terrible risks remaining at the Hall of Wisdom and Truth, and we're grateful you have rescued her from the Ministry. Yeah, of course. He's talking about Deadra and being a monk. He can do some training, but I think we're okay. It's funny to see a Nord about them. Fracky. A pilgrim for the Dissident Priests. It's funny to have a Nord here among them. Most of them seem to be Dark Elves, most of their congregation. Well, like his robe.
For enchantments.
I'd love to buy your robe, sir. I'd love to literally buy the shirt off your back. Maybe I'll duel him for his robe later. I like that, the little armoured shoulders. The writing, intricate writing, I like it. Well, we'll see. It's actually a really good mod for Morrowind called Alternate Start. And it lets you pick like a bunch of different starting locations in the game, so you don't just start getting off the boat. And one of them is that you're studying as a monk in the Dissident Priest's Monastery. So it's an interesting way to start off the game, especially if you're thinking about getting into the main quest. Because obviously you can roleplay it as the fact that you are read up on the Nerevarine prophecies, and you're going out into the world to try and understand them better, I guess. The Lessons of Vivek, they have a lot of his sermons here, which all level me up, so I am taking advantage of them here. Yeah, there's not too much here. Yeah, okay. Meramilo, hello.
Welcome, Outland.
Thank you, Carla the Camp, for rescuing me. Now I'll stay here at Homalayan with Master Barlow and assist him with the monastery's library. He's the abbot and the head of our secret order. Adopted the name Dissident Priests, we are not ashamed of our disputes with the temple's hierarchy. We can ask her about the different gods of the temple. Vivek, at once brave and honourable, and cunning and devious, Lord Vivek is a rare combination of the virtues of flamboyant adventurer and prudent statesman. He rules over Vardenfell and his city, Vivek. Almalexia was the virtuous wife of Lord Nerevar, and later the consort of Lord Vivek. She rules over her city, Almalexia, and Sophasil, being the only one that doesn't rule over a city with his name. His domain is called the Clockwork City. He was the mightiest wizard and most wise counsellor of the First Council. So they each embody different virtues for the Dark Elven people. Now, persecution, persecuted by the temple. They persecute the dissident priests because attacks on them weaken the faith. Dagoth Ur, she's not really telling us too much that we don't know. Talking about ancestor worship. Caius has gone back to the Imperial City. He says he's been recalled. I wonder. I never know what he's thinking. I think he's involved in something secret, something dangerous. I was hoping he might help us. Now he's gone. I don't know what to think. We can do it. We can do it, Mera. We've gotten each other this far. Okay, we got to speak to Barello. He can tell us about the lost prophecies. A significant part of the temple hierarchy might be more inclined to accept and tolerate differences of opinion and dogma, but the other parts of the temple, in particular the Ordinators under Beryl Sala, he is the leader of the Ordinator arm of the temple. You can actually meet him in the game, but he's only involved in one quest for House Halalu, weirdly enough. His Ordinators claim that the threat from Red Mountain and Dagobah can only be resisted with a unified, resolute faith, i.e. in the Tribunal. The people are afraid, so they support the hardline, but if we can show ourselves able to confront Dagobah more effectively than the Ordinators, the temple and the people will support us. Quite right. Dagobah, so long as the Ordinators, buoyant armigers, who we haven't met, they're like Vivek's personal soldiers, and Tribunal could contain the Blight and Dagobah's creatures within the Ghost Fence, faith in the temple's protective power was strong. Well, actually, we'll have to visit the Ghost Fence, actually. It's really relevant, the fact that he's just brought it up. I must remind myself to visit the Ghost Fence. It's quite cool. But now travellers and settlements suffer from blight storms and marauding monsters, as we've seen, and the people fear the temple is losing its ages-old battle with the devil, Dagobah. The Sixth House. This is a new threat and not yet widely recognised as another face of the devil Dagobah, but it is clearly a sign of a coming crisis, and the temple may no longer be able to protect Morrowind. In such troubled times, the Dirnae return to the ancient pillars of faith, the ancestors in the Deadra. Of course, specifically that's referring to Azura, if you remember in the last video. And especially to the prophetic visions granted by Lord Azura. Yeah. Footnote here, the Daedric princes are genderless, so although Azura presents as a woman, she has no real gender. Sometimes people refer to her as Lord, she's a Daedric prince, but also Lady Azura, the Lady of Dawn and Dusk. They may look to the Nerevarine, Saint Nerevar reborn, to lead them against the grim armies of Dagobah. Our interest in the Nerevarine used to be a matter of principle, a willingness to consider the validity of mystical insights rejected by temple doctrine. Now Dagobah grows stronger while the Tribunal grows weaker, and the return of Saint Nerevar, even if only reborn in spirit, may be our best prospect of salvation. Tell me about Nerevar. By the way, here are a few books from our library you might find of interest. Each gives a very different impression of Nerevar. The Real Nerevar, Nerevar Moon and Star, and Saint Nerevar have been added. I'll paraphrase them a little bit because they are relevant to, of course, us. But they're different interpretations of Nerevar's life, which is going to become significant when we go back to the Ashlanders. So I'm really here for the Lost Prophecies. I've reviewed the Apocrypha and have found two passages of particular interest. We've made copies of these passages to give you. Many are familiar with the two Nerevarine prophecies current among the Ashlanders called the Stranger and the Seven Visions. Nabani Mesa knew them. We have two other prophecies written down. The Ashlanders don't record information. The Lost Prophecy and the Seven Curses. They may offer additional insights into the riddles surrounding the coming of the Incarnate. Perhaps these are the Lost Prophecies that your friend Nabani Mesa told you about. We have also prepared a document for you called Kagrenac's Tools. This document will explain to you and to others the terrible secret that the temple conceals about the true history of the Tribunal and the corrupt nature of their divine powers. Now, if you'll remember, when we solved the mystery of the dwarves, we heard from our friend Yagum Bagarn that it was Lord Kagrenac that he served, and Lord Kagrenac that turned his tools on this object, this heart that we saw represented in that book, The Egg of Time. And whatever Kagrenac did with his tools, it made the Dwemer vanish, but this is somehow connected to the temple's divinity. They conceal the true nature of their power. It is to conceal this secret that the temple persecutes the Nerevarine and the dissident priests. This persecution must stop. We must be united against the true enemy Dagobah, and if you are the Nerevarine, you must lead us against him. Right, Kagrenac's Tools is an important document. Have I still got Egg of Time? Yeah. So, Kagrenac's Tools. Now we know that these were in fact the tools he used, and also they've got something to do with the Tribunal's divinity. So, let's read his document. Kagrenac's tools, I'm looking for it. I got a lot of notes. There. Okay. I'll give a kind of good summary of this. Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By diverse methods, Lord Kagrenac, High Priest of the Ancient Dwemer, determined that this magical stone was the heart of the god Lorcan. Heart. Cast here in the Dawnir as punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. So Lorcan, in Elder Scrolls lore, is like kind of the first sinner in the world. He gives up his form to create the universe, basically, in the kind of mythic legends of the Elder Scrolls. He's like the god, the trickster god that created the world. As a punishment, his heart was taken and plunged into the depths of the earth, and it seems that the dwarves found this heart and then used these tools in order to take its essence and try and create a new god themselves. Kagrenac forged 3 great enchanted artifacts which are called Kagrenac's tools. He then had this gauntlet Wraithguard to protect its wearer from destruction when tapping the heart's power. Sunder is an enchanted hammer to strike the heart and produce the exact volume and quality of power desired. Keening is an enchanted blade that is used to flay and focus the power that rises from the heart. So now we have a reference for both of these. Sunder and Keening, tools used to work the heart of a god. Kagrenac's tools. When Kagrenac used the tools in the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain, no one knows what happened, but the Dwemer race disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools. Remember, they were compatriots in the battle against the dwarves, and didn't know what to do with them. Nerevar asked Dagoth to guard the tools while he went to consult with his councillors Vivek, Almalexia and Sophasil. He left and spoke with his 3 councillors, and they decided to return together to Red Mountain to decide what to do. But while Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the powers of the tools. When Nerevar and the councillors arrived, he refused to give up the tools, claiming he had sworn to Nerevar to protect them. Then Dagoth fought with Nerevar and the councillors and was mortally wounded and driven off, and the tools were recovered. So this is what Dagoth means by the fact that we, Nerevar, gave him a job to do and then betrayed him. Nerevar and his councillors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They all swore a great oath never to use the tools, but after Nerevar's death, Vivek, Almalexia and Sophasil yielded to temptation. They took these tools themselves and went to Lorcan's heart buried beneath Red Mountain and gave themselves divine powers. So they set themselves up as gods. They aren't really divine. But Dagoth had not died. We don't know what happened, but this is what we believe. His experiments with Kagrenac's tools had joined him to the heart's divine nature in some way, so that he learned to draw power directly from the heart. We conjecture that Dagoth, driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result, he has become terribly powerful and terribly mad. That would validate what we've heard from him. But the Tribunal showed great care and restraint in their use of the tools, and so they were not driven mad, and they did many good things. Nonetheless, the Tribunal too appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power, though more subtly. Kagrenac's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly and fated to disaster. The Tribunal is losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grow weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth. But even if they could, would we be wise enough to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They persecute the Nerevarine and the dissident priests out of shame, when they should be welcoming them and enlisting their aid against Dagoth. The Tribunal have done much good for Morrowind and the Dirnae, but they succumbed to the temptation of Kagrenac's tools, and though these tools once may have seemed the instruments of salvation, now they must be seen as instruments of doom. There it is, the secret revealed. Now, if this is true, then the Tribunal faith is a complete lie, no matter how much good they've done, and it's actually causing more harm than good. It sounds like the heart of Lorcan, this heart that sustains both the Tribunal and Dagoth gives them their power. It sounds like that needs to be destroyed. But in doing so, that might kill everyone. So it's a dangerous issue. I talked about this in my Morrowind video as well. It's a dangerous issue because then you're plunging a people who are used to worshipping these gods into a faithless existence. So it's challenging, but we might need to just push through to defeat Dagoffer. We might need to get the people on our side. Right, Lost Prophecies. The Lost Prophecy. I'm not going to read this all, there's been a lot of reading, but to summarise, an outlander, foreign-born but welcomed as a guest, confronts 7 curses beneath Red Mountain. His hand, blessed by Azura, uses a cursed blade to bring justice to House Dagoth or House Dwemer or both. This says that the Nerevarine is an outlander, and Barlow has correctly identified the problem. That wouldn't please many Ashlanders and may explain how the prophecy got lost. So the addition to the prophecy is that the Nerevarine is actually a foreigner. And so we are fitting more and more into the prophecy. What about the other one? The 7 curses. In the short form, 7 curses come from House Dagoth or House Dwemer or both. Fire and ash come from Red Mountain. Flesh is corpus. Ghost, seed and despair are unclear, but Curse of Dreams seems to refer to recent cases of soul sickness and sleeper attacks in the towns. So basically, we know the Nerevarine has come when we deal with all of these curses. Flesh is corpus. We've dealt with that. These ones are a bit more unclear, but we know what the Curse of Dreams is. It's the soul sickness. So even more truth to the fact that all this has started and we've arrived in Morrowind, so we probably are the fated Nerevarine. Okay, so. Right, I must bring the Lost Prophecies to Nabani Mesa as soon as I can, so that we can basically be enshrined and recognised by the Ashlanders as Nerevarine, because we need their support before we do anything here. And we need them to learn the truth too.
Are you the one I've heard talk about?
Of course I am, Mera. Right, there's nothing else we can do with these folk. Mera Milo stays here for the rest of the game. If we succeed in our quest and Carla doesn't die, then we can come back and tell them that they were right all along. But I'm just checking. I don't think there's anything else. He's talking about defying the temple, taking the writings that they tried to repress, but that's all the information we can get from them. Our job is now to return to the Ashlanders. Have a good one, folks. You're fighting the good fight. I hope. Anyway, that's a lot of information, I know, but I did have to read through that document because it is crucial to the plot. Kagrenac's tools, the heart of Lorcan, Keening Sunder, the Tribunal's source of their divinity. The game won't outright tell you a lot of this. You have to kind of infer it. But that document is about the most obvious it gets. Now, we are meant to go back to the Ashlanders, but first, I reckon since we're here, we might as well try and find the Shrine of Azura and do our first Daedric quest. I mean, after all, it seems that we are working for Azura, and going to do her quest, we'll see that there's actually something a little bit familiar about her voice. As soon as we vanquish this cliff racer, done. Do 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 do. Burning rats. You know, Carla's been through a lot, right? You'll see the monastery's actually closed again. Carla's been through a lot, and you know, when she realizes that the world is kind of going to shit, she likes to unwind by just setting things on fire. You know, rats, skeletons, people, herself. There she blows. There she is. I mean, if there was going to be a shrine to a female presenting Daedric prince, that would be the shrine. Oh, hello little guy. Let's bash him. Volandrang! Carla should declare that like a Dragon Ball Z or a Naruto attack. Just Volandrang! All the stuff you see over here in the distance is Tamriel Rebuilt. I keep teasing that at every point. I will be going through the content, but I've made a decision when I'll be doing that, when makes the most sense to do it. Right now, we're focusing on main quest only. There she is. Coming, my love. Your champion comes. There is a... You may have seen it if you're Morrowinding about YouTube. But there is a trend for Azura. Oh! Level 10. I forget every time it tells me I'm going to level up. Every time. Put up agility. I'll put up endurance. There is a trend online that's been going on for months to present Azura as an e-girl when all her followers as massive simps. For some reason. If you don't know what either of those words means, I'm not going to educate you. You should bask in your ignorance. But here she is. The Lady of Dawn and Dusk. Azura. Check it. This is the biggest Daedric shrine to any Daedric prince in Morrowind. Have I got a sense of this? That's art, right? Statues are art. I feel like YouTube makes... If I get into trouble for this statue of Azura, that's perfect, actually. I would almost take it. I would almost take that. Anyway. Her Daedric shrine is actually, you know, it's a big one. And, however, as you can see, it's also pretty much a forgotten one. It is an absolutely empty shrine. No cultists or nothing. Well, nothing, of course, except for the statue. I'm actually going to put down the music because they don't do their mixing very well here. I'm going to put down the music just a tad so you can hear her speak because her voice is important. If ever you see this statue symbol appear, statue of Daedric Prince, you know that you have found the shrine that will allow you to communicate with the Daedric Prince. We see a lot of statues of Daedric Princes. Not all of them are their main shrines, but this happens to be Azura's, so let's talk to her.
You have come here for a reason, though you may not know what it is. Sheathing and I have made a wager. He contends that solitude causes madness, while I maintain it allows for solace and meditation. To test this, I sent one of my priestesses to live alone on an island north of Dragonfell. If she can live there for 100 years, continuing her life of prayer, my theory will be proven. If not, Sheathing wins our wager. The time has almost passed, and she remains steadfast. But Sheathing has tried to sway the decision in his favor. Travel there, rid the island of his minions, and bring back proof of his meddling. Do not disturb the wise woman, though, as that would void our wager. Serve me, and I will reward you well.
There it is. Now, you might notice, perhaps, the familiarity of that voice. That is the voice that we hear at the very start of the game. Can't talk to her again, no matter how much we cling to her skirt. That's the voice we hear at the very start of the game that gives us our first prophetic vision and says that we have been chosen. We've been chosen as Nerevarine, it turns out, Azura's actual champion. I have spoken with Azura, Queen of the Night Sky, at her shrine. She has tasked me to travel to an island near Dragonfell and rid the island of the Deadra Sheathing has sent, and to bring back proof that he sent them. I may not disturb Reina Drolan, the women living there. If I can do this for her, she will reward me well. And she shall reward us well, actually. You remember Dragonfell, folks? It is one of the most dangerous places in all of Morrowind. But hey, we survived Majulith, we survived vampire hunting. We're going to head up there for Azura and do our task. This is why people say that she's a simp queen. She literally said to one of her followers, go and live by yourself in an island for 100 years, please. Why? So I can win a bet. So I can win my bet with my bro Sheathing. Yes, my queen, of course. That's probably how the interaction went, right? I mean, you have to think about it in a way. Or at least, this is the quest that kind of got me thinking about this a little bit. She's literally ruled over someone's entire... She's ruined a mortal person's life, basically. She has made this mortal devote her time and energy completely to just serving her in complete isolation, just so she can win a bet. She doesn't even win anything substantial. She just wins a bet about Sheagorath, the god of madness, that she's right and Sheagorath is wrong. That's it. I mean, if you think about it, she's kind of the more cruel Daedric prince in a way. Just go away and live for 100 years by yourself. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It'll be worth it. It'll be so funny when Sheagorath loses the bet. It'll be so worth it. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. But it's also a subtle way that Morrowind is hinting that the gods, the Deadra, or the divines, you know, to the gods, mortals are all just playthings. In fact, I'm pretty sure that in Azura's quest in Skyrim, Nelicar, who wants you to corrupt her enchanted item that we will actually get as a reward for this quest, he says exactly that. We are nothing but pawns to the Deadra. Mortals are nothing but just pawns in their chessboard. They move around as they will, manipulating their lives in sometimes heinous ways. Each one of them believing that they're in the right, that their aspect of the world is correct. I already explained how Azura cursed the Dark Elves to their existence. Although, I think we look pretty fly. I am literally only doing this so that I can find a good place to divine intervention to. Because I don't want to end up in a Tamriel Rebuilt shrine. So, I will... divine intervention... now, will I? Yeah. Okay, don't take me to Tamriel Rebuilt, please. I don't know how to get back. Wolverine, really? Huh. Okay. Actually took me to the perfect place. How much Restore Magicka do I have left? None. I have no Restore Magicka left. Right. I'm gonna have to get some. Because Dagon fell is no laughing matter.
What can I help you with?
I'm gonna quickly run to... Am I gonna go to Narkiria of Whitehaven? I might as well. I might as well. This might be a longer little episode, but I do want to do Azura's quest in this. A lot of reading, so you deserve a little bit of combat, a little bit of exploration, folks. Like I say, a lot of these videos I'm preparing ahead of time. Because I'll be going back home in the summer to sunny Scotland to see my folks, see my friends. It's been a year for me. It is a long time. When you're working abroad, it does get challenging at points. You'll know that yourself if you've ever done it. I mean, I recommend it. I recommend trying it out at some point, just to see if the lifestyle suits you. There we go. I don't know how long I want to do this for. Maybe I'll just get a couple of potions. But working abroad suits me. It's just when COVID hit, it hit hard here, and there was about 2 years before I could actually go home anywhere, or even go anywhere at all. We had some pretty bad lockdowns where I am. And so it's been liberating the last year or so for COVID being gone and the place just being so much more opened up. Like, being able to go home at the holidays and see friends and family. And I do get some pretty decent holidays, I can't complain about that. It makes all the world a difference. Let me map these potions. Where are they? There they are. Okay. And pop. I feel like I've got enough money at this point that I can basically just buy out all of Narkiria's store. Right. Back to Wolverine Hall.
Welcome, friend. You're nearly alive.
Thank you, Rannis. I'm a warlock now. Do you have the Staff of Magnus? I think not. Yeah, crazy Dark Elf. Here.
How fair.
So yeah, it's been a long year, and it is really bizarre to be in a situation where I don't see family for as long a time as that.
Yes.
But luckily now there's at least 3 points in the year where I get a decent chunk of time off, and I can just get home and yeah, just chill out really. Which is why there will be a little space of time where there aren't any videos, but it is just for myself, folks. It's for a couple of reasons. It's not only just seeing home, seeing friends and family, it's also just a bit of a mental health break for me. I've really enjoyed making these videos and sharing this playthrough with you all, but work has been hectic, especially now that we are more open up, and it does take a lot of time and effort each day. So it's appreciated that I can get home, because I would not be willing to stay. I have about a month and a bit off, and I would not be willing to stay another summer. Even though it's great, I would not be willing to stay another summer without seeing my old folks back home. You know yourself, it's got to be done. Hello there, gals Arefi. I'm going to dig and fill, where there'll probably be a guard that wants to accost me. New shift has probably started. There he is. Do you know what? Let him just chase after me. Let him chase after me. Help, guards! Nice one. I preferred the other guy who I slew. I'm not gonna attack him. Let him do his job. I feel like it's just a kind of pantomime for him at this point. You know? Wait, do I even know where I'm going? An island near Dagon fell. Do I know where that island is? Okay. I'm actually just thinking she just said island near Dagonfell. Hold on. Quests. Azura's quest. Okay, that's told me absolutely nothing. Topics. Azura? No. Okay. Thus begins part 2 of the Dagonfell dungeoneering adventure. I'm gonna just have to find the island that there's evil Deadra on, and a random woman just staying there by herself. If memory serves, I think I might know where it is. Off the top of my head, I don't. I'm not certain. I'll see. I definitely need to wait till it's daytime to make sure that I know where I'm going. I don't think it's any of these. I think it might be around here. I vaguely remember it being in this direction. You cannot rest here. That guard is just the most dedicated to his job. You have to give him that, folks, right? He has been there since like episode 15 or something. Oh, hiya. Baya. Hiya, baya. Okay. Visibility is good. I should be able to work out where it is, just even from looking around. Use the lack of fog to my advantage. Lots of interesting runes dotted about, but I do want to focus on the quest at hand. Maybe I will go back to just a bit of dungeoneering and Dagonfell in the next episode. Maybe I will. Actually, I'm super curious because there's a Dunmer stronghold over here that there's a Dunmer stronghold over here that I might want to explore at some point. Static cliff racer. Hello. Bang. And bang. And bang. Rolling wrong! Who cares if it resisted magic? It didn't resist bashing. I know this is not the right way to go at all, but I just want to check if this is the place that I'm thinking it is. Oh, I think it is. Rotheran. Okay, I'm gonna bear this place in mind and come back here, I think. I think next episode I'll probably come back here. Yeah. Yeah, just for pure convenience. I mean, I like to explore ruins anyway, but I think, yeah, Rotheran's an interesting little ruin. There's definitely something we can get in there that'll be more than helpful. There is a point where Morrowind just becomes you artifact hunting. I'm sure it's one of these islands. Oh. Oh. Hoi. Ahoy. 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 Battle cry. Ahoy. Scottish battle cry. Ahoy. Okay, it's not working. I have to say, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, I think that the game's been relatively good at not throwing and completely spamming cliff racers at me, folks. I think it's been relatively good, all things considered, from Morrowind standards. Right? Up I go. Ho ho ho. You never touch water. You never swim outside. Because those slaughterfish are gonna slaughter me. Yeah, normally you get to parts in Morrowind where just like 50 cliff racers are just all dogpilling you at once. You have got just absolutely no chance in hell. Little fire, could this be the island? Could this be the Hermit's Cave? Oh. Maybe not. It's a woman that I'm looking for. Hello, sir.
Quickly, Outlander.
Zendus Saphis. Who the heck are you? Monk and initiate of the temple. Heard of any Deadra near here? Whoever that bird is, he's heard of that. Huh. Okay, you keep on keeping on, buddy. I guess. Where is this island? I'm fairly confident that it's not back the way I came. If I don't find it, I am completely just gonna title this episode Lost in Dagon Fell. And just take it that being lost was the episode. Apologies in advance. But hey, content is content, let me tell you that for nothing. No, I'm sure that I can find it. I'm sure I can find it. Hop, hop, hop. Ocean pop, hop, hop, hop. Is it this one? I will know right away, because she did say that Sheagorath, the god of Deidre, Prince of Madness, has left some of his servants there. So we should see a bunch of like high-powered Deidre. Especially since we're level 10 now. Should just be a bunch of Deidre. Maybe a small army of them. Like, covering the whole island. Is this the right place? Oh no, it says I've been here before, like surely I would... No. No? We're looking for an army of evil Deidra. And... a woman by herself, maybe a shack or something. Do you know what? I'm gonna levitate up, hopefully not die, and just see if I can even pick it out from a bird's eye view. Hopefully not fall and die. Where is this island? I mean, you'll admit, folks, the directions aren't exactly inspiring. An island near Dagon Fell. I mean, literally take your pick, right? I wonder... Could it be this long one here she's talking about, or maybe this one in the middle? I'm gonna go over there. If it's not over there, I might end the episode and I don't want to say. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's water walk because it's faster. Again, need me a better levitate spell. We are randomly just running across one of the most challenging environments in Morrowind. Gotta give it that. Where we got a sick helmet. Weirdly enough. Where am I? Okay. Uh-huh. Is this it? Oh, that's just a netch. This ain't no island full of evil, Deadra. This ain't nothing. I don't know if we've seen the Betty netch before. Lovely blue jellyfish. Just floating around. The noise it makes is vile. Look at it there. I'm not going to attack it because, by the way, those things can pack a punch. Or a tentacle, whatever. What? Oh, away with you. I don't need you distracting me. Where do you even come from? Pure cliff racer distraction. That's all this is. Come on. Done. No, I don't see it. Come on. This is the thing too, I don't even know how secure in my confidence I should be that I can take down the Deadra if I do see them. So I do want to try and get a bird's eye view before I begin attacking. It's over there. Away with you, crab. I don't need you. Check and see if it's over here. She didn't tell me the... She didn't tell me it was a specific island, did she? I feel like she was pretty general in her instructions. She's just like, oh, ah! Right. Hunger. We've never seen them before. This has got to be... Those are way too high-powered, Deadra. Right. Here's how we're going to do this. Ignis, come out. Let's go. Target resisted magic. Not a great start. You take one Ignis, I'll take the other. Unless he's just not going to get hit, which is not the best thing. Okay. Let's see if we can take him down. My fatigue is so low. Come on. Come on. I can absorb their magic, that's fine. Fatigue is so low. Do I have any restore, do I have any restore fatigue? Ugh. Fatigue is such a nuisance. Come on. Oh wow, he killed one. Nice. Oh, I am absolutely going to rest after this. Fatigue is such an absolute nuisance. Jeez. To be fair, our skill with blunt weapon is only 42, but like, I thought we would be able to get some decent hits in. What's hitting me? Oh, hi. Hello, friend. It's you. Can I hit him with this? I certainly can. Failed, really? Done. Yeah, hunger are tough. Although if you can absorb magic, they're not really the biggest threat. I am definitely going to rest for fatigue. Yeah. This big boy over here, he's another strong Deadra. This is definitely where we're supposed to be. I really do not want to get close to him, but luckily, It seems like we're doing okay here. Ow. Until that happened. Come on. Come on, boy. Just fall. Fall. Done. Storm Atronac, check him. Okay. Drink. Right. I'm gonna take it slow because I actually did see what was around here. And oh, see you! Most irritating creature. Die. Yeah, he's a Shrek. He's a big boy. What have I got? Clan Fear? Let's see. Come on, Clan Fear. Okay, and Ignis. And go get him, boys. The heck? Oh, really? Really? Clan Fear's dead, I saw that, and he's dead too. Not great. Oh, but he's almost gone. Take it, Shrek. Go back to the swamp. It's confused. Good, I can use that. Dead. Ogrim. Whew, so not an ogre, an ogrim. Let's just putting us through our paces here. Got enough magicka that I should be okay though. Oh, I know what that is. I know what both of them are actually. Fighting them both at once is going to be a challenging one. Can I get a Clan Fear back out? Here it comes. At least that's one of them coming and not both of them at once. Go on, Clan Fear. Oh, here she comes. Right. I really want to be careful. Because this presents me with a good opportunity, but it's also a risky opportunity. Right. Where is it? Where is it? Do I not have the spell? I'm looking for Soul Trap. Oh, do I really not have the spell? That's so annoying. Oh, do I really not have it? If I've moused over it and just not seen it, I refuse to believe I don't have the spell Soul Trap. Did I really not get that spell? Wow. That sucks. Oh well, okay. We'll just kill her then. Hopefully, anyway. Yeah, that's a Golden Saint right there. The same creature that we used to attack will actually pretty much finish off the Kimura Tong and the Balmora Bloodbath of one of our earliest episodes. See what we can do here. She's tough, she's got a glass longsword that's gonna hurt us hard, but let's see if we can deal with her here. Done. That was scary. Stada. Wow. Wow. Glass Claymore. Daedric Shield. 58 armor rating. Thank you very much. Wait, in fact, did I get rid of a better shield? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Wait, really? I feel like I should show that off because that's a really cool shield. I don't have any one-handed weapons, so oh well. Let's show it off. If I can I not? Oh man, right, when I get a one-handed weapon I'll show you. But that's probably the best shield in the game. Not the best, but definitely up there. Our first Golden Saint kill. And with it we grab Sheogorath's Signet Ring. 30k value. Constant effect, drain willpower. And constant effect, fortify personality. So if you want to be personable, but you don't want to be mentally strong, wear Sheogorath's ring. Most of the Mad Daedric Prince's items are like that. They come with a benefit, they come with a disadvantage. Reyna Drolan's Shack. I've killed the Golden Saint Stada, the most powerful of the Deadra I found on the island, so that should be enough for Azura. Back we go. Well, actually, I said I was going to go to Rothren, didn't I? Another time. Bye! I couldn't be bothered with more cliff racers. I've done your bidding, my love.
Well done, mortal.
Thanks.
You have preserved the integrity of my wager with Sheogoth. Now it will end as fated, and not due to the meddling of the Deadra Prince. Take this, and use it wisely.
Right, Azura's one of those annoying people that says, oh, all is planned, and it's like, well, no, if you didn't get me to do your bidding, it wouldn't have gone as planned. Ah, but that was all in the plan, though. Shut up, Azura. Right, basically, we get these awesome items, and we also get Azura's Star. But worry, it's not an actual marksman weapon. It is a constant effect soul gem, which basically means we can trap a soul with it, and we can use it infinitely to trap souls. It's a soul gem that never gets broken on use, which is excellent for us and will eventually be excellent when we can trap more powerful souls. One of the best souls you can trap is the soul of a Golden Saint, and you can only trap them in a Grand Soul Gem, which I have 2 of, or Azura's Star. Unfortunately, I didn't have the soul trap spell, or we could have soul trapped Stada and gotten an awesome enchanted item out of it. But there's still time for that. We'll be seeing more Golden Saints and getting involved in more hasty, heavy fights now that we are level 10. But we did it! We did Azura's quest and we vanquished Deadra Island. What comes next? Probably nothing good. But thank you very much for joining me for this episode, folks. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy your night, and as usual, make sure to check under your bed.